With it, let you listen in.
Go by downloading our free smartphone apps found on the KMET website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. Glad to have you with us. On today's show, we're going to be talking about the latest news, what's going on in your world and or your Earth, right? We got a lot of things going on the Earth, literally. It's all of ours. Sometimes people tend to forget that. Need to keep focused, keep strong, and keep sometimes plowing along. So we got Mr. Jesse Sanchez there. Good morning, Jesse. You plowing along over there?
Oh, good morning. I always am.
Yeah. So lots of news, lots of headlines. Of course, if you are tuning in via Facebook and our Instagram or Periscope, we want to say thank you for spending your day with us today. National Babe Ruth Day, National Devil Dog Day, National Prime Rib Day, National Tell a Story Day of these. Jesse, which will you try to celebrate today?
That Prime Rib Day sounds good. Babe Ruth, is that the baseball player or is that the named after the candy bar?
Ooh, good question. Which came first, right? Babe Ruth or the candy bar? I believe Babe Ruth did, right? Baseball fans worldwide honor one of baseball's all-time greatest players today, April 27th. George Herman Babe Ruth Jr., born on February 6, 1895 in Baltimore, Maryland, was nicknamed the Bambino and the Sultan of Swat. Spending 22 seasons in Major League Baseball, he played for 3 teams from 1914 to 1935. His career started as a pitcher for which team, Jesse?
Ooh, I have no clue.
Okay, East Coast.
East Coast.
Have won several big.
Red Sox.
There you go. Ding, ding, ding. Good job. Wow.
All right.
That was really good. See, don't say you don't know. You did know. He became a full-time right fielder when the New York Yankees bought his contract in 1919, being one of the league's most prolific hitters. He helped the Yankees win 7 pennants and 4 World Series titles. He set career records for home runs, slugging percentage, runs batted in, and on-base plus slugging. In 2007, he was the very first player to hit 60 home runs in one season. Of course, then he played with the Boston Braves. He retired in 1935. In 1936, he became one of the first 5 players to be elected into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. In 46, after experiencing eye pain and difficulties swallowing, he was diagnosed with cancer. On April 27, 1947, he attended the proclaimed Babe Ruth Day and spoke briefly to a crowd of almost 60,000 people at Yankee Stadium. At age 53, he died in his sleep on August 16, 1948 at 8:01 p.m. So how can you celebrate? Well, you can play a game of catch in your backyard. Go to the batting cages, try slugging, maybe a Babe Ruth style, buy some peanuts, Cracker Jacks, and head out to the ball game. You can watch also a Babe Ruth documentary. And so there's many ways you can celebrate it, but there you go. Use the hashtag National Babe Ruth Day. And there you go. If that's the one you want to celebrate, then you can definitely do so. And if you're a baseball fan, knowing stuff like that's pretty cool. Did you surprise yourself with that, Jesse?
Honestly, I think I might have heard it somewhere and it was just buried deep in my head. Because that was when you said the team, I was like, that was the first name that came to my head.
Yeah, I like it when it works that way. So, all right, a lot of people looking at, again, coronavirus. What are we going to do? What's different? Are we going to not wear face masks? Are we going to wear face masks? Evidently, people are really in expectation, I guess, or at least the news headlines are, as to what Biden's going to talk about when it comes to face masks and if you get the vaccine virus. And I'm going to tell you right now, something you just shared, Jesse, is very interesting. Can you talk about it? It's something that we're seeing in India, and these are the type of things that you kind of go, wait, what is going on, right? Jesse, can you share with us?
Oh, yeah, I read an article recently. I can't remember from where, and I wish I would have saved it, but it was talking about how some crematoriums in India were running nearly 24/7, and because of that, the metal was just melting and just being warped and stuff. So it's a pretty uh, it's a pretty horrible sight. I looking at the picture is just like you just want to turn your eyes away and like, oh my god. So it's really bad.
Well, right, and when it comes to the moratorium, I mean, look, I'm sorry, not the moratorium. I'm thinking of something. I always get those words mixed up. Crematoriums, right? Crematoriums, right? So these are the places where, of course, people are. Which I always say, you know, how do you want to be cremated? Do you want to, how do you want it, right? So, question, Jesse, what do you think that means for the people of India?
Honestly, probably really bad air quality. I have no idea because I really don't know how they dispose of their bodies and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they do their things like we do.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to follow, and hopefully people keep writing stories because a lot of these stories are just buried under who gets shot in the previous day in the main news. Because let's be real, like the moment I turn on the news, it's either someone gets shot, someone gets kidnapped, or let me think, or maybe it's like some kind of drug overdose.
Yeah. Look, you shared with me the article here, and it's important to know. That way we see it for what it is. And what I mean by that is, of course, we don't ever want to be in the sense of, oh, it's over and we're done with. I had a conversation yesterday with the business owner, which was a very interesting one where they were kind of planning and getting certain people in there as though it's not going to go back on lockdown. And I will say this, I feel pretty strongly that within at least maybe a month's time, we may go in a little sudden one based on how we're heading, based on certain numbers that we're starting to see here with other variants as well. But according to India, and this is interesting, life-saving oxygen in short supply, families are left on their own to ferry people sick with COVID-19 from hospital to hospital in search of treatment as India is engulfed in a devastating surge of infections. We talked about this surge as of last week and how big the spike is, and even saying, I'm not sure I would want to go to India just yet. On social media and in television footage, desperate relatives are pleading for oxygen outside hospitals or weeping in the street for loved ones who died waiting for treatment. One woman mourned the death of her younger brother, aged 50. He was turned away by 2 hospitals and died waiting to be seen at a third, gasping after his oxygen tank ran out and no replacements were to be had. She blamed Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government for the crises. She said this, quote, he has lit funeral pyres in every house. For the 4th straight day, India on Sunday set a global daily record of new coronavirus infections, spurred by the new variant that emerged there. Again, very important, there was a new variant there. The surge undermined the government's premature claims of victory over the pandemic. The 349,691 new infections brought India's total to more than 16.9 million. That's behind only the United States. The health ministry reported another. And do you see how quickly it could get like a fire of illness? Which even here, you don't underestimate even a little fire, right? Because it can get caught up really fast with the proper wind surge and or the timber, right? You can go from 20% contained to all of a sudden 60 or 80% if you don't watch it, right?
Well, considering that we had a giant wildfire because someone set off a gender reveal bomb,
Yeah.
Those our fires start quick.
Yeah. The health ministry reported another 2,767 deaths in just the past 24 hours, pushing India's fatalities to 192,311. Now, the death toll could be a huge undercount because there are a lot of cases that are not included, especially those that maybe don't get to the hospital, right? Many COVID-19 deaths are being attributed to underlying conditions. The unfolding crisis is overwhelming graveyards and crematoriums, and in heartbreaking images of gasping patients dying on their way to hospitals due to lack of oxygen. Burial grounds in the capital, New Delhi, are running out of space. Bright, glowing funeral pyres light up the night sky in other badly hit cities. In the city of Bhopal, some crematoriums have increased their capacity from dozens of pyres to more than 50, yet there's still long hour waits. Workers said they cremated more than 110 people on Saturday, even as government figures in the entire city in 1.8 million put the total number of virus deaths at just 10. The official at the site said the virus is just swallowing out people like a monster. The unprecedented rush of bodies has forced the crematorium to skip ceremonies that are individual and exhaustive rituals that Hindus believe release the soul from the cycle of rebirth. Sharma said, quote, "We're just burning bodies as they arrive. It's as if we are in the middle of a war." The head grave digger at New Delhi's largest Muslim cemetery, where 1,000 people have been buried during the pandemic, said more bodies are arriving more now than last year. Said, "I fear we will run out of space very soon." Situation is grim there at full hospitals, unbearably full hospitals. Desperate people are dying in line, and some on the roads outside waiting to see doctors. Health officials are scrambling to expand care units and stocking up on dwindling supplies of oxygen. Hospitals and patients are struggling to procure scarce medical equipment that's being sold on the black market at a huge markup. The drama is in contrast with the government, which is claiming that nobody in the country was left without oxygen. That was in a statement made Saturday by India's Solicitor General Tushar. The breakdown is a stark failure for a country whose minister in January declared victory over COVID-19 and boasted of being the world's pharmacy, a global producer of vaccines, and a model for other developing nations. So here's my point in sharing this story, which I'm glad you brought it to my attention, Jesse. This is the exact opposite of what we want to do at any given time. Does that make sense?
Oh, most definitely.
Because India is a huge producer of vaccines. So if they're having a problem there, the question really says, well, okay, if they're a huge producer and he claimed it in January, was he too premature on this? Caught off guard by this spike, the federal government has asked industrialists to increase the production of oxygen and other life-saving drugs in short supply. Health experts say India had an entire year to prepare, but it did not. Dr. Krutika Kupali, assistant professor of medicine in infectious diseases at the Medical University of South Carolina, said the government should have used the last year when the virus was more under control to stockpile medicines and develop systems to confront the likelihood of a new surge. And that is the key right there. That's what we have to start thinking. We're not over it. The variants mean that there's other versions of it that either stronger, more potent, and or kill quicker and or faster. And we cannot be in this mindset where we're thinking, okay, we got a vaccine, I'm good, I'm cured. Don't ever think you're cured, because it's not a cure. It helps your body fight, but it doesn't cure the illness, right? Does that make sense to you, Jesse?
Yes, it's pretty much you're not going to be feeling like you're dying.
Well,
Because my cousin had COVID during the first, I think, 3 months, and yeah, she went straight to the hospital, pneumonia in the lungs, and yeah, I think she said she thought she was gonna die.
Yeah, I've heard a few people go, like, they gave last minute calls to like their exes and stuff, and they thought, I don't know if I can make it through this. And there's those that have made it through, and then there's those that have not. Here's some other information. I like Dr. Kritika Kapali says this. Most importantly, they should have looked at what was going on in other parts of the world and understood it was a matter of time before they would be in a similar situation. The government's premature declarations of victory encouraged people to relax when they should have continued adherence to physical distancing, wearing masks, and avoiding large crowds. And if you have family members and or people in India, I know I have quite a few people in my own area here that are Hindu and the like, and they're just trying to make a living here, right? So I'm almost wanting to ask, what's the situation that they know? Because sometimes I know there's those people that go, oh, that's fake news, whatever, it's not real. Ask somebody that has family there, right? And or go there and see it for yourself, which I don't think anybody wants to right now. Modi is facing criticism for allowing Hindu festivals and attending mammoth election rallies that experts suspect accelerated the spread of infections. Who does that sound like, Jesse?
Sounds like us, America.
Yeah, sounded like Mr. Which I guess Trump's gearing up for his battle on his reapplying. That's a whole other story. I'll get to that in a bit. But so yeah, on April 17th, Modi expressed his delight at the huge crowd, even as experts warned that a deadly surge was inevitable, with India already counting 250,000 new daily cases. I remember these two actually got along. I get it now. With the death toll mounting, Hindu nationalist governments trying to quell critical voices, on Saturday, Twitter complied with the government's request and prevented people in India from viewing more than 50 tweets that appeared to criticize the administration's handling of the pandemic. I'm telling you, it's like a repeat of what we happened here literally late last year, right? The targeted posts include tweets from opposition ministers critical of Modi, journalists, and ordinary Indians. A Twitter spokesperson said it had powers to withhold access to the content in India only if the company determined that content to be illegal in a particular jurisdiction. The company said it had responded to an order by the government and notified people whose tweets were withheld. So you got pretty much the same exact thing there. The White House said the U.S. was working around the clock to deploy testing kits, ventilators, personal protective equipment. It would seek to provide oxygen supplies as well. Good job. At least you're being ahead of it. It said it would also make available sources of raw material urgently needed to manufacture Covishield, the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine made by the Serum Institute of India. President Joe Biden said the U.S. was determined to help. Said, quote, just as India sent assistance to the United States as our hospitals that were strained early in the pandemic, we are determined to help India in its time of need. Help and support were also offered from arch rival Pakistan, with politicians and citizens in the country expressing solidarity. Pakistan's Foreign Affairs Ministry said it offered to provide relief, including ventilators, oxygen supply kits, digital x-ray machines, PPE, and related items. Foreign Minister Shah Mehmood Qureshi said, quote, humanitarian issues require responses beyond political consideration. The Indian government did not respond to Qureshi's statement. Look, at the end of the day, you got the people to serve, right? It's the people that you serve. It's not yourself. So you have to remember, if you're in this same literal repeat of what we were going through late last year, you gotta say, wait a minute, until we as a global have that type of thing where it's like, a smallpox vaccine where you're not going to get, or a measles vaccine. That's a different type of vaccine. So that's much stronger and more potent than the current one that we have, which again, when you have a variant, what's another good word for variant, Jesse? I feel like some people are not understanding.
Alternate.
Something more severe. Because look, COVID has different strains. It came out with an original strain, right? Okay, imagine cold, the average cold, getting suddenly mixed up with the flu and 3 other viruses you don't understand. That's a variant. That's what your body doesn't have the ability to fight, because they don't have that vaccine ready, and or they're working on it right now. So you got to plan accordingly. Okay, people, you're not cured. You don't. If you do get it, it doesn't. Do you know which one you're gonna get? No.
Mutation.
Oh, there you go. A mutation. Let's talk about it as a coronavirus mutation. There you go. That's even better than a variant. Now you could be like, oh shoot, I don't want to get that. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Top Line Industrial Supply, your destination for industrial tools and supplies. We make hoses while you wait, hydraulic, air, water, and custom brake lines. Take advantage of our large selection of fasteners from grade 5 to grade F911 and a full line of stainless steel bolts. Our no-cost outside shop service keeps you stocked at no extra charge. Come by one of our 2 convenient locations in Beaumont and Temecula and visit top-lineindustrial.com. At Top Line Industrial, we don't just sell products, we sell solutions.
For all you truck and RV enthusiasts, TruckWorks right here in Banning is your one-stop shop for the best diesel performance and overall truck and RV needs. Whether you're towing, racing, off-road, or just cruising around town, TruckWorks specializes in truck and RV service, maintenance, repair, and performance upgrades for every light and medium-duty truck manufacturer. Bring it down to Terry and the guys at TruckWorks. Call 951-922-4776 or visit their website at mydieseldown.com today.
We're in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny and Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the #1 choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny and Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
The Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Banning is distinctively suited for your travel time out of the car. You'll find a courteous, welcoming staff and spacious rooms with desks, flat-screen TVs, and comfortable furnishings. Enjoy the complimentary breakfast buffet, high-speed internet, and a fitness center and pool, conveniently located off the I-10 freeway near golf, gaming, and entertainment. For reservations and information, call 951-572-5500 or go online to HIEBanning.com.
For generations, alligators have weathered nature, biological threats, and predators. How do they do this? The answer is in their uncanny DNA. Alligators have one of the strongest immune systems in the animal kingdom. Their fat cells contain the essential oils needed to fight off deadly infection and rejuvenate skin. How can you benefit from the alligator's amazing rejuvenating powers? Cayman oil. Cayman oil is the revitalizing and healing power of the alligator in a bottle. Cayman oil is carefully purified and refined with an added hint of vitamin E and lavender to better harness the alligator's ability to heal worn and damaged skin. Treat dry skin, infections, cuts, burns, scarring, eczema, rashes, muscle and joint pain, and more. Even athlete's foot. It's clinically proven to kill the flesh-eating bacteria MRSA. This really works. We guarantee it or your money back. Go to mycayman.com. mycaimon.com. That's mycayman.com.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. I want to share some of the stories, or rather statements here in social media. Very smart group we got here, seriously. Here's one. Algenia says, I know it's degrading in a way based on culture. So said my grandmother and father. People are from Western Goa. And then let's see. According to this one, Algenia says, cousin Krishnatar said this started when they sprayed the farmers and a lot of people started getting sick, trying their best to cremate the body so no other diseases. Maria says, in Canada, we have the military medics in our hospitals. We're so overloaded. We cannot even send equipment to India. And that's good to know, Maria. I didn't know that about Canada and just our neighbors right here. Maria says, I wish I could go to India and help out myself. I say no, don't wish to go there. Just do not. You owe your family. And then let's see. Maria says the word variant. What does it mean? Variant noun. Something slightly different from a type of norm. Different sequence of a gene. Variant, a variable that can hold any of various unrelated data types, showing variety or diverse. So, you got to be very careful and on those. Algenia says there's a recent increase in Europe yesterday as we speak. So I have to show this, and this is the situation. If you see it there, Jesse, that's the situation in different parts. Okay. What you're looking at, how would you describe that?
Oh, yeah, that's one of the images I was looking at. It looks like a giant it's hard to describe. It's just a giant field and funeral pyres, and
But
I'm looking
describe
at
what a pyre is.
uh oh a pile of wood, just like built up in kind of like a little teepee.
Yeah.
And I think I see a dead body on the floor, covered up. It's really gruesome if you were to watch it. So I would recommend not, but it's a really powerful image.
Yeah, and that's unfortunately the situation that we have to deal with. And the question is, how much longer are we going to have to deal with that? So what I recommend is, again, get the information. Don't throw caution in the wind. Even if they say, oh, you don't need this or that, just be careful, okay? Use your thinking mind. And remember, we're not out of the woods, literally, okay? We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Are you a self-published author that maybe underestimated the challenges of marketing your own book? I'm Suzanne Lynn, and we help authors sell more books through video interviews and radio advertising. You see, a professional video interview is really an author's secret weapon for marketing because it makes an emotional connection with your reader that can be posted to social media, YouTube, your book's landing page and website, your Amazon author page, and even sent to media to request interviews. We guarantee that video interview will be viewed by a minimum of 3,000 people in your target audience. And let's face it, no one can sell your book better than you speaking about it yourself. Plus, we can run commercials on our nationwide network of radio stations that targets your specific reading audience. Find out more at GiveMyBookWings.com. That's GiveMyBookWings.com. Again, GiveMyBookWings.com.
When it comes to health and well-being, cellular hydration is the key. You could say that hydration is the key to every wellness program. And structured water in its natural state, is the key to cellular hydration. Most of the water available to us has been processed for purity, safety, and convenience. But processing causes water to lose its natural hexagonal structure, with unfortunate effects for our bodies. Now you can take your personal hydration to a whole new level with the glassware that restructures water in just 3 minutes. Golden Ratio Products brings you these amazing water bottles, carafes, and drinking glasses, which put the life back into the water you drink. Try it, and you'll be amazed at the effects you feel in your body. Go to goldenratioproducts.com for the next phase of your water consciousness.
Tried shipping a package lately? It's amazing how difficult and time-consuming it can be. Packing, envelopes, boxes, second-day ground, next-day air, it's all enough to give you a headache. Next time, do yourself a favor, go with the pros at the UPS store in Beaumont. They'll pack it right and let you know all your shipping options. You can also take care of everyday tasks like copies, faxing, notary services, and live scan fingerprinting. And while you're there, pay your Edison, gas company, and Verizon bills. Open extended hours Monday through Saturday. The UPS store in Beaumont, located in the Oak Valley Plaza at 1440 Beaumont Avenue. Call 951-769-5956. That's 951-769-5956. Online at the upsstorelocal.com/5027 or Google 5027.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. People are thinking about mothers right now, but while celebrating may look a little different, it's a great chance to still think about the gift of family time. Joining us now to discuss how Nintendo's helping foster community and families everywhere, host and TV personality Liliana Vasquez is joining us. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Liliana.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, I'm more excited that you're talking about stuff that I think everybody can get some fun around. Nintendo, let's talk about that. Obviously, you don't got to preach to the choir. You say Nintendo, I'm ready to go. But moms, are they ready to go?
Yes, moms are ready to go. Listen, Nintendo has an incredible variety of gifts that are perfect for moms, especially for Mother's Day, because I think mom wants two things on Mother's Day. Number one, she probably wants a little alone time. She wants to focus on herself, even if it's for 20 minutes. And she wants to see her family happy. She wants quality time with her loved ones. And Nintendo can deliver on both of those. So let's talk a little bit about some of my favorite Nintendo products. I love the Nintendo Switch system and the Nintendo Switch Lite system. They're a little bit different. So Nintendo Switch, you can play on your TV, you can take it on the go, but the Nintendo Switch Lite is more of a dedicated handheld system. So that's perfect for moms who want to take their gaming on the go. They can throw it in their handbags, in their backpacks. They can take a little Zoom break if they're working from home and they need 10 minutes just to like decompress, or they need to like escape kids and dad. So I love both of these systems for moms as a great Mother's Day gift. And there's also an incredible variety of games. You know, we're talking Nintendo, so you know there's a game for every personality. You mentioned you're already sold, you're a Nintendo fan, so you're probably going to recognize a lot of the titles that I mentioned. But, you know, if you have a mom that loves action adventure games, then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is such a fun game to play, whether you're playing it alone or with somebody else. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate game is also so fun for mom. And these are definitely for the mom that wants like an adventurous, thrill-seeking game experience. And if you have a mom that maybe wants something a little bit more laid back, a little bit easier, Animal Crossing New Horizons actually is a game that takes place on an island getaway. So it's a great way for mom to escape the everyday without actually having to leave her house. I'm pretty sure if you ask 10 moms if that's something they were into, they would all say, yes, please.
Well, I agree 100%. You know, I love it when moms can participate in fun with the whole family, because it really makes it fun for everybody, right? I know some of the racing car games, I'm not going to lie, I think some of the kids are like, Mom, you're a little too good. Can you stop being good? I mean, which one's the one that is your go-to?
Well, I have to say, I'm an awesome driver on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So I don't have kids yet. I'm pregnant right now with our first. But I imagine once my little one is old enough to play, he's not going to want to play with me, or she's not going to want to play with me, because mom's going to be really good. I get a lot of practice. But I also really love any of the games that bring movement into my home. So for me, that's really all about Just Dance 2021. I love music, and to be able to combine movement and music from, you know, all of these amazing chart-topping hits on the Nintendo Switch or the Nintendo Switch Lite is just really fun. It creates kind of like this ultimate dance party for one or for your entire family. So that's like my personal favorite. But, you know, moms have different objectives with gaming. You know, some moms really want to have a fun family game night where everyone can be competitive at home. And so you've got games like Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury that really deliver on that. If you want to stay active, obviously Just Dance is great, but so is Ring Fit Adventure. That lets you and your family explore an adventure world, and it allows you to have these real-world movements, and then the game turns those into in-game action. So that's great when mom really wants to prioritize activity and even fitness at home. And then, of course, if mom wants to just like sit back and just escape and do a little solo play, then I think that Animal Crossing New Horizons is the perfect fit for her. You know, you kind of get to discover these fun new activities. You get to share your island life with family and friends. It's easy, it's fun, and like I said, it's just like a vacation in a handheld game.
I'm looking at something looking cool, which is coming out soon. Pokemon Snap pre-order.
Yes, I love that you brought that up. You really know your games. So this is really cool because it's called New Pokemon Snap. And it's a game where kids and parents can kind of relax together, and they get to explore all of the different islands that make up the Lentil region, take in-game photographs of Pokemon in their natural environment. This is a single player game, but it's really, really cool that moms can play, dads can play, kids can play. And again, like Pokemon is just like a family fave.
All right, I know we gotta let you go, unfortunately. But look, how can we get some more stuff on this? I understand they've got makeup and fashion collaborations and much more. How do we participate other than going to get a Nintendo Switch?
Totally. So, beyond just games and beyond the game systems, Nintendo also has amazing partnerships and collaborations. ColourPop is an awesome cosmetics company. They actually created an entire makeup collection based on Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is like a fan favorite. And there's even really beautiful handbags designed by Danielle Nicole. It's a full collection of bags based on the Super Mario franchise. So you get a little nostalgia, but you also get a lot of fashion. So thinking outside of the traditional kind of limitations of games and gaming, you also have these really fun consumer products from Nintendo. And they're definitely a way to surprise and delight mom on Mother's Day.
All right, I'm looking at Animal Crossing. I've got Hello Kitty and the like. I'm not gonna lie, I actually used to look at that when I was a kid. So now you're kind of taking me, and I think families everywhere back to nostalgia. I want to say thank you. How can we follow all the great stuff that you're doing?
Absolutely. So for more information, you can just head to Nintendo.com. Tons of great information there, and it will be the best place for you to find more info on everything I just mentioned.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Liliana, for spending time with us, and have fun over there. Congratulations on your newborn coming up. When are you due, by the way?
End of July, so very, very soon.
Okay, be careful out there, Liliana. Play lots of games. Get ahead of the game. All right, Liliana, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, Liliana Vasquez joining us, giving us some quick 411s on that. We got to take another break here. We'll be back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
You owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state? Did you miss sending out a prior year tax return? The IRS is out to collect now more than ever, and they'll use any means necessary. They legally can and will garnish your wages, take your money, and even seize your property. If you're behind on your taxes, call the tax relief hotline right now at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. You can legally get your tax debt under control, and in many cases get the breathing room you need. Garnished wages, property seizures, bank levies can stop immediately, but you have to call. Many of our specialists are IRS enrolled agents. They know the system and how to make it work for you. Don't wait for the IRS to come down on you. Act now so you can get your tax debt under control. Call the Riverside office today for free info at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000.
Hello, listeners. Christopher here from The Christopher Show. Hey, I want to talk to you a little bit about CBD. Now, CBD is not approved by the FDA as of yet. Myself, as well as millions of other people across the USA, have used it with help for pain, anxiety, sleep, and other conditions. Now, all CBD products are not equal. It really matters on where you get the CBD from. Now, I suggest you get it from a qualified pharmacist, and I happen to know of one. It's at Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions in Beaumont, California. They only carry pharmaceutical-grade CBD products of the highest quality. So if you want the best, you go to Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions. Their staff is there to help you with all your CBD, pharmacy, and mobility needs. They're located at 1680 East 6th Street in Beaumont, California. Give them a call, 951-845-8252. Once again, it's Your Pharmacy Mobility Solutions in Beaumont, 951-845-8252. Once again, it's Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions in Beaumont, California, 951-845-8252.
Your health truly is the greatest gift. At U-Theory, quality of life is at the heart of every product we make. From farm to shelf, we travel the world to source the purest, most efficacious, and clinically studied ingredients to create science-backed supplements that support beauty, emotional, digestive, and physical well-being. All U-Theory products are manufactured at our Southern California facility, ensuring the highest quality standards every step of the way. As a family-owned company, we celebrate the power of human potential with a mission to inspire wellness in all. Try U-Theory Immune Plus Daily Wellness. 100% daily values of vitamin C, D3, and zinc. Go beyond the you of today and catch the you of tomorrow. U-Theory.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Glad to have you with us. And what do you think about the Nintendo and Nintendo Switch? Always a very fun thing to have. I want to say again to Liliana Vasquez, thank you for spending time with us here on the morning show. Jesse, I know you were chomping at the bit there. Any idea on some of these games?
Oh yeah, I jumped for joy when you mentioned Pokemon Snap. Considering I think that comes out this Friday.
Well, let's see. I'm going back to their nintendo.com and checking that out. New Horizons. Let's see. Oops, wrong one. I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, that's Animal Crossing. Pokemon Snap, April 30th. Yeah, you're right. Actually, you are completely right. So there you go. Get it before it is gone. You can explore lush scenery on unknown islands to snap photos of Pokemon in their natural habitats, investigate the mysterious Illumina phenomenon, and then save, edit, and share your Pokemon photos. How cool is that? And so much more, of course. Fun for the whole family and or just you, especially if you're the only kid in the house, which I'm telling you, growing up, that's kind of where I was at. So it's one of the things when you're an only child, you really appreciate, right? And then when you have other kids, sometimes you don't appreciate because then they fight over the controller, right? So it's like, it's my turn. No, it's my turn. No, it's my turn. But it's fun when you get to have fun with the whole family.
You are correct. Considering I grew up with my brothers and, we only had one controller or two controllers. So always somebody would be left out.
Yeah, there was always somebody. And then I remember when they did 4 controllers. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, that's cool. And I think that was which one am I thinking right now? And you could get the add-ons, but the one that I'm thinking was a game changer for 4.
Which one?
I think it was Super NES. No, that was, how many was that? There was 2. I don't remember. I just remember all of a sudden then you could play because you had the 4 screens. Remember, you had the 4 screens.
The Nintendo 64.
Maybe
I remember have 4 controllers.
Maybe it was that one, yeah. And then it was like, okay, that's better. So that's always nice, especially when you could break up the screen into 4. And but you need big screen TV for that, right? So you can't use it on the tiny. I don't know if it would have worked back in the day because I remember we had the little kind that you turned the knob, and sometimes if you turned it wrong, it didn't give you the proper signal, right? Those ones don't work for that. You need a big screen to be able to have them. So there you go. All right, lots of information going on over there. What is it we're going to do over here? Fire season is already here. What? 85% of California is in severe, extreme, or exceptional drought. That's according to the latest numbers. Who knew that? Compared to this time last year, 12% of the state was at these drought levels. The rain system that came through Southern California and other parts of the state has moved through, didn't leave much on the ground. Experts say a majority of California is dealing with drought conditions. They continue to worsen. It's possible you missed the rain drizzle, whatever you like to call it, but as places like Santa Rosa and Bay Area were expecting half an inch of rain. The Assistant Santa Rosa Fire Marshal Paul Lowenthal said the reality is we ended up with quite a bit less, so we're faced with what we anticipate as potentially a long, dry summer. He says their agency is likely to officially declare an early start to fire season in a matter of weeks. Those who crunch the numbers say the outlook is not a good one. Nick Vinzant of QuoteWizard.com says, I just looked at the numbers. 85% of California is in severe, extreme, or exceptional drought. Compare that to the last year, only 12% of the state was at that same level. Numbers like that have not been seen since 2015. A recent QuoteWizard.com study of states with the highest wildfire risk found California as 4th dangerous. Those with the water agency East Bay Mud say their board will vote Tuesday on declaring a stage 1 drought. That would ask for a 10% voluntary reduction of water use district-wide, but would not impact the cost of your water. Andrea Pook said the East Bay Municipal Utility District is looking like the driest year for them. Right now, there is no added financial burden to the customers. Much of the water supply comes from the Sierra foothills, where we currently are at about 50% of average yearly precipitation. Some of the Bay Area fires have cleared fuels on the ground, but in other locations where fires have burned, it's kind of a different story. Lowenthal says a lot of those areas have regrown with invasive types of species, Scotch broom, and other type of stuff that was actually worse than it was in 2017. For water conservation officials, they are agreeing that we are using much less water now than we were before. Previous droughts, firefighters and homeowners nowadays are much better prepared for wildfires. So we'll see about that. Some interesting warning news. Again, don't think we're out of the woods with that just yet. And speaking of fires, we seriously. And if you live in one of these affected areas coming up, make sure that you prepare your own area and or backyard. Make sure to clear those and get those out of the way, because there's nothing worse than having too much around your place that could be easily lit just like that, especially if we have a really hot summer. So be careful with that. Right, Jesse?
Oh, yes, definitely. And especially, I don't know about you, but where I live, it feels like fireworks get shot off every night.
Yeah, you know what? I've been hearing that too. It's like, what are they celebrating? Seriously. So yeah, and especially in certain areas, they really got to stop doing that, because you're right, it could cause a quick little fire there. So there you go. All right. And then let's see. Some people are happy Disneyland is kind of back in full swing, it looks like, or half swing. Not sure which swing we're talking about, but there you go. So if you're in the area, and I mean, I don't know that I would go just right now, but I'm sure it's fun for the family, especially. Just remember, again, please be careful over there. And then there's this demon dog. Do you believe it?
I do believe demon dog, but it has to be a specific breed.
Okay.
And the only breed I know of are small, and they think they own the world.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And you know what? Why do you think that is? Because I as much as the next person love dogs, but man, there's some that just get like, they show their teeth like they're just gonna just be what they want to be no matter what, right? Like, are you even a dog? I'm sure like German Shepherds even say to them, like, they look at them going, what is your problem, dog? Do you? Okay, so let me read this story. Then you can kind of, refer to it. 2-year-old Prancer. All right. Don't let the little picture fool you here. 2-year-old Prancer Chihuahua has been referred to as a 13-pound rage machine and a Chucky doll in a dog's body. But he's still got a forever home. Prancer's foster mom, Tiffany Fortuna, wrote a hilarious post in hopes of attracting enough attention to find him a home, and it worked. Descriptions like the above might have put some people off. It didn't bother Ariel Davis. Fortuna's adoption ad, which has been shared on Facebook nearly 80,000 times, called Prancer, a vessel for a traumatized Victorian child. Davis said the ad actually touched her. She said, quote, I read through it and it just really touched me. A lot of what Prancer is going through reminded me of a lot of a dog that I had 3 or 4 years ago. Like, maybe my dog went to that dog. Davis lives in Connecticut, drove to New Jersey to Second Chance Pet Adoption to meet Prancer. She recalled the meeting feeling like a first date, with Prancer perking up. She ended up taking him home that very same day. Davis said, adding that though her new furry friend could be a little protective, he's nowhere close to the demonic Chihuahua hellscape described in the viral post. I don't know about that. It says, I think he's a lot calmer now that he's in a single dog situation. Oh, I get that. Okay. See, he was trying to be big dog, right?
Yeah, most likely he was probably with a bigger dog, and the little one's like, you don't scare me. What's up?
Yeah. Right. That's what they do. She said, quote, I understand and appreciate the article that started all of this, but he's just not that bad. He's a real sweetheart. And I guarantee this is the type of dog that when you go too close to the dog, they're going to nip at you, right? So they're protective of their odor. But you got to be careful of the small ones. The small ones, they might have little teeth, but man, they hurt.
They really do. But you know what? I've never had a small dog. They might growl and like show their teeth, but once you start petting them, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, you're good."
I don't know. I've met some Chihuahuas I still don't like. But you know what? Look, if you're the owner of a said Chihuahua, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so because I've yeah, but there are some very calm Chihuahuas that I really like. I'm not speaking to the majority of you Chihuahuas. I apologize if I've offended you. I do not want to offend you. Let's see. Algedia says he looks like a bass. He probably was. It says the small ones are the worst. The ankle biters. They do not. They go for. Wait, they don't for the kneecap. It's always the ankle. Exactly. Mario says he's such a cutie. Aw. And so there you go. So be careful out there. But evidently But I think that was a good description. Chucky doll in a dog's body.
Oh my god, you lost me on that one when you said Chucky doll in the dog's body. I nearly choked. I'm just glad it wasn't. The camera wasn't on me and just a picture.
Is that what you was wondering what was going on with you?
It was funny. I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't picture a dog being that bad, but
I can. I've seen some. They're bad. They're really bad. You know, one show I love to watch, which I'm not sure where it's at. It's probably on Animal Network, but I don't have Animal Network. Is Cesar Millan, right? And even he, you could tell, would have problems with certain types of breeds. Like and it was always like one in a pack, right? It was always and now I can imagine being little, being a Chihuahua, and looking up at the other big dogs and feeling a little intimidated, right? Because it's always the small ones. Like, but I think they're more afraid than anything. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. So there you go. Don't be the demon dog in your family, okay? If you have that situation, don't be that person. If you are, maybe you should be an only child. I don't really know. But there you go. So be careful out there. Look, we got lots of stories. We got lots of stuff. Nintendo. What did we learn about Nintendo? 1, Pokemon Snap is coming out. Pretty cool. 2, there's some other cool colors that you could do. They're starting at $199, by the way. And I'm looking at some deals here. Just Dance 2021 is $19.99. I think Maria likes to do that, right?
yes, I think she said the dancing ones and anything to get you moving.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed the Rebel Collection is now $19.99. That's good. Love that game. Jurassic World Evolution Complete Edition is $32.99. Pretty cool. And then, of course, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Complete Edition is only $19.49. You can get it all right there. Just go to Nintendo.com. Ooh, look at this. Duke Nukem 3D 20th Anniversary World Tour. Ooh, that takes me back. So,
right, you know, your mom might want to blow some people up. Once they're not going to stop.
Why not? That's the way to do it. Okay, people, we got to see you tomorrow. Same channel, same place. Make it a good day. Remember, life is worth living. Live it well. All right. And those of you tuning in, want to say thank you. Big shout out to those. Let's see. Angela over there laughing about that. Let's see. Maria says, gotta head out. Stay safe, everyone. Wear your mask. Be kind. Today we will do offshore cleaning before work. Help save the habitat and wildlife. Keep the water clean. Think green. Have an awesome day. Yay. Let's see. Angela says, when I was a little, a Chihuahua chased me down. I fell. He just licked me. So, oh, he probably felt bad. Then, oops, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be your friend, not an attacker. So there you go. All right, people. I appreciate each and every one of you. Spend time with your family. Do it wholesomely, and we'll see you same place, same channel. Bye-bye, everyone.